everywhere here in Santa Barbara. This is actually a really deep, almost burgundy ruby ruby color. Doesn't quite show up that way on my camera. Hi, it's Nell, and I wasn't planning on doing this video, but I thought, as I was sweeping up yellow leaves the other day, I thought I'm gonna do a video talking about why Bougainvillea leaves turn yellow in the wintertime and fall off. So if you're new to Bougainvillea or just curious, stick around, I'm gonna tell you. I also just filmed a video about pruning this Bougainvillea because my house is in escrow, so I'm going to be leaving this Bougainvillea. It's so sad. It's going to be so sad to part ways, but I will be moving on and I will be making a new garden someplace else. So the reason why the leaves turn yellow in the wintertime, especially around this time of year, depending, I've had it happen in January too, it's because of two reasons. Bougainvillea in this kind of a climate is either semi-deciduous or it can be deciduous if it's colder. So the leaves will turn yellow, in the case of mine here, in long dry spells. And we've been very dry. We had one rain this winter and it rained so hard it flooded. Mudslides, you've probably heard all about it here in Southern California. Really didn't absorb in that much, and that's about all we've had. So it's just a reaction to that dry, very long spell, and what happens is the leaves gradually turn yellow. There aren't too many on now. I'm going to show you a few in here, but some of them are starting to turn, you can see here. And the other reason why the leaves fall off is in reaction to cold. Now this winter wasn't particularly cold. We had a few cold days around Christmas, but nothing too horrible. In years past we have had winters that have been a bit colder, where we've had like maybe 3 or 4 nights straight that get into the high 30s, and for us that's cold. So that also causes the leaves to fall off too. In warmer climates in the tropics, so like where this plant is native to, it stays evergreen. It doesn't lose its leaves. And deciduous, by the way, I may not have explained it because I don't think I did. It is when the leaves of a plant fall off. I am from New England, and you get those beautiful color displays in the fall, but then if you notice, most of the plants, the trees are bare in the wintertime, except for like the conifers, the cone-bearing plants, the pines and the hemlocks and the yews and all that, but most of them are bare, and that is deciduous. Now mine will be semi-deciduous. It usually doesn't lose all its leaves, it just loses some. But I'm not concerned at all, because as soon as those leaves turn yellow and they fall off, you can see where new leaves are starting to form. So it's nothing really to be concerned about. If you're losing a lot of leaves in the middle of the summer, or they're veining, there's yellow veins or green veins, then that is something totally different. I'm just talking about yellow leaves in the wintertime. There aren't too many yellow leaves on at the moment, but you can see a few up there in the plant. The other day I knocked off a whole lot of yellow leaves. There were a whole lot on it. There are a few more coming in there. You can see some starting to turn. And I've seen some bougainvilleas here in town which are almost completely bare. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to show you one right now. I'm in downtown Santa Barbara, and as you can see, this big old bougainvillea has lost a lot of its leaves. Sorry, it's a little bit bright. It's a really bright day today. Something I've heard that would make sense to me is some varieties are more prone to losing their leaves than other varieties are. It's a few weeks later and a lot more of the leaves have fallen off, and you can see that new growth coming right there. Daylight savings time is in a couple of days. Days will be getting warmer and sunnier, and the foliage will be popped out in no time, all the new foliage. So there's two things you can do about the yellow leaves on the Bougainvillea. You can either leave them on the ground, or you can sweep, or you can rake them up. That's about it. It's just part of the cycle it goes through in these climates. So I hope you have found this video to be helpful. I was going kind of fast because I have someplace to be soon, but I just wanted to film it for you while I was thinking about it and show off my beautiful bougainvillea, which is not going to be mine soon. In about 10 days, it's not going to be my bougainvillea anymore. So thank you for all your comments and your likes and your subscribes. I really appreciate them, and let's get out in the garden and make the world a more beautiful place. And as always, I thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. As promised, I said I have a video coming up very soon about the big winter pruning of my Bougainvillea glabra, so stay tuned for that too. Bye.